What's up guys, it's Kelly. So today we are talking about liquid latex alternatives. Recently I've been doing a ton of liquid latex related videos and you guys have been talking a lot in the comments about different products that you could use instead, asking me to try different stuff out. So today I thought I would try out 4 of the most frequently asked ones you guys have been leaving in my comments. So some of these ones that you guys have been requesting are pretty unconventional. The other ones are pretty basic. Some of them might have latex products in them, so if you have an allergy, definitely check out the ingredients list before you use any of them. Alright, so let's get started. The first one that I'm going to show you is super basic. This is a product that I used all the time before I ever started using liquid latex, and that is glue. So this is ELMERS glue, aka PVA glue. It's basically just the kind that you use for arts and crafts as a kid. I poured it into a nail polish bottle, and now I'm going to show you how to use it as a liquid latex alternative. So before I show you the first liquid latex alternative, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be testing this by doing a gradient with purple and then like a light blue. I will put both of these polishes in the description. I believe they're both by LVX. If you guys are interested, go check that out. Alright, so let's get started with my first latex alternative. This is ELMERS glue, aka PVA glue, and as you can see, I am just going to put this around my skin. It is super gummy. I see people adding water to theirs. I don't think that really does anything besides diluting it, which I wouldn't want to do because then it wouldn't be as thick and it wouldn't work as well. So I just keep it completely straight up 100% glue, and I am just applying this to the skin around my nails. I'm not even sure if it's easier to use a nail polish brush. You might want to just do it straight from the ELMERS glue bottle, but that is your call. So I am going to wait for this to dry completely, and then it is going to turn clear on my skin, and then I am going to apply my gradient. Alright, now that my gradient is done, you can see how well it peels. And it does a pretty good job, not gonna lie. I used to use this all the time, so I have nothing bad to say about the peel. Okay, so let's talk about pros. Number one, it is super cheap. You can find this really easily. It does not have latex in it, so it is a good alternative if you have an allergy to liquid latex, and it works really well. Alright, so now let's talk about cons. The only one I can think of is that it takes an extremely long time to dry. It usually takes me like 5 to 10 minutes. Overall, I would say this is actually a really good liquid latex alternative, so I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Alright, so the next one that I'm going to show you guys is Scotch tape. So this is another super basic one. It's probably the cheapest because I'd say probably everybody already has tape in their home, so you don't have to go out and buy anything special to use. So let's see how this one works. So here I've got my Scotch tape. This is another liquid latex alternative. Now Scotch brand tape, I looked it up, does not have any latex in it, which is really cool for you guys, but I would double check before you use any other brand if you have a latex allergy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one piece, I'm going to put it across the top of my nail, and then I'm going to take 2 pieces and put them along the sides of my nails. Now I am just going to sponge on my gradient once again, and here we are going to go for the peel. And it looks like it did pretty well. I didn't put it as close to my cuticles as I probably should have, but let's talk about the pros. So number one, it's super easy to find. You likely already have it in your house. And number two, it doesn't take any time to dry. It is instant because of course it is tape and not any sort of glue. So the cons are additional cleanup is going to be needed because it is tape and you can only apply it around your skin. You're going to have that little extra box of area that you need to clean up. But overall, I still think this is a great alternative. So I'm going to give this one a thumbs up as well. Alright, this next one that I'm going to show you guys has been requested a ton on my channel. I've never seen anybody use it before, but I figured I would give it a try, and that is eyelash glue. So it doesn't matter if it's black or white, the kind that I use is the black kind. Basically, people ask me, is this something that you could use as a liquid latex alternative if you already have it? So let's try that out. So this is the brand of lash glue I use. This is probably one of the cheaper ones. It is like, I think it was $6 for this size container, and I used the dark one. Like I said, there is a white one that dries clear, but this is the one that I had on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. So one thing I found is that it is pretty easy to apply straight from the tub, but you're using up a lot of product. So I wasn't a huge fan of that because obviously I bought the eyelash glue to use for gluing lashes onto my eyeballs, so I don't want to be using up too much of it, but for the sake of this video, of course I am. So this product dries super quickly, and you can tell that it's dry because it turns from this grayish color to black. So once that is completely dry, I am applying my gradient. Alright, so now that the gradient is done, let's give it a peel. So it's not working as smoothly as I thought it would. It seems like it's just really gummy and it's not coming off of my skin so easily. It's breaking apart, and I don't know, I just feel like it's more effort than it's worth.
Alright, let's talk pros and cons. First pro is you might already have it if you're into makeup and you happen to have it on hand. Number 2, it dries really quickly, which is super convenient. And number 3, I mean, it works. Does that count as a pro? I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about cons. It doesn't work well. There are other products that give a nicer peel, and it's pretty expensive. For getting a small little container like this, you're paying a decent amount of money, so I would go for a cheaper alternative. I am going to give this one a thumbs down.
Alright, so this last one is inspired by a recent video that I did of a brand called Little Ondine, which is this water-based nail polish that peels off, and a ton of you guys were asking me, is this something that you could use as a liquid latex alternative? So that's what we're going to try out now. I do want to say I wouldn't recommend using this one just because it's pretty expensive and you're paying for a nail polish, you're not paying for a latex barrier. I mean, I would use one of the cheaper alternatives, but you guys wanted to see if this worked, so let's check it out.
Alright, so this is the polish that I'm using. I will put a link up in the cards if you guys want to see the full review of this brand, Little Ondine. It is a water-based peel-off nail polish, and I am using the color, I think it's called Citrus? I'm not sure. I will put a link in the description so you guys can check that out. But anyway, this does retail for like almost $13 USD, so that's why I'm saying I feel like it's just a little bit too expensive to use for this, but if you guys want to see how it peels, that's why I'm doing this video for you, so that's what we're doing. It does apply really nicely. I do have to say that. I like having this nice thick brush, and I feel like it applies super smoothly and it levels out really nicely and it dries pretty quick. So now I am just sponging on my color here, and let's see how it peels off. Alright, it looks like it peels off really well. That little extra bit on the edge of my skin, that is total user error. That is because I just didn't put enough on there. Let's talk about pros. It works really well. It dries super quickly, and you get to pick whatever colors you want to apply to your skin. Alright, now for the cons. This is the only product out of the ones that I have showed you that you actually have to order online. This isn't available in stores, and like I said, it's pretty expensive. I would pay that much for a nail polish, but I wouldn't pay that much for a liquid latex. So like I said, I think this one worked really well, and in terms of using it as a liquid latex alternative, I would give it a thumbs up, but personally, I would not be using this. I really like the nail polish and I like using it as a nail polish, so I'm not going to waste it by using it as a latex alternative.
Alright, so that is it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more review test videos like this. Leave a comment below letting me know which of these products is your favorite, what other kind of videos you want to see, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I do a ton of videos, usually nail art related. Lately I've been doing a lot of tip and comparison videos, so you definitely want to check those out. And yeah, that's it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.